Welcome back to the show, guys, and you will be meeting my corporate game changer in a bit. She's beauty, brains, all that, and a bag of chips. Today, we'll be speaking with Abiola Ojo-Osagie. She's the senior partner and managing director of AfricInvest Capital Partners. She specializes in financial advisory with a lot of experience in creating, structuring, and managing high net worth funds and transactions across Africa. She was lead consultant to the Central Bank of Nigeria on the development of Financial System Strategy 2020, working with the World Bank and IFC. Now, Abiola sits at the top of her firm, sipping tea, working hard as well, of course, and attending lush dinner meetings while still overseeing billion-dollar transactions and portfolios across West Africa. Yeah, she's a big gun, big deal, I know. Welcome, Abiola. Nice to have you on the show.
Thanks a lot.
How did that feel? I was talking about you.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, big deal.
I really feel flattered,
but you worked for it. Come on, take it in.
Well,
it's you.
Yes.
Oh yeah. How are you today?
I'm very well.
You look really good.
Thank you.
Abiola, you finished from Ogun State University. Most of us call it OSU. OSU. One thing about OSU, at least when I was growing up and I was still in uni, I met a lot of people then that would say, it's Unilag or nothing. I mean, I would rather sit at home for 4 years till Unilag takes me. But you went to OSU, although you finished with first class, but did that be, graduating from OSU, did it in any way, did you ever feel it would be a limiting factor during your journey?
It's an interesting question, I must say. First, let me thank you for having me on this show. It's an honor, and congratulations on all that you've been doing.
Thank you.
So the question, did that really impact my career path or my growth? That's the question.
Did you feel that way at any time?
So maybe I should say a few words about how I ended up in OSU and what OSU is to me. Because and then I'll end up answering your question. Yeah. So how did I end up? Ogun State University is actually the pride of the Ogun State people. I'm a true born and bred indigen of Ogun State.
Yeah.
And if you look at the way Ogun State people, especially our fathers are, they hold really in pride and in awe things that they've created. So you'll find the likes of, Bisi Onabanjo, Awolowo, and all of those people, and their descendants really having that, because they're very cerebral people. So when Ogun State University was created, they didn't think their children or what should go anywhere else. Why go anywhere else when we have our own school and we're going to develop it? So my father is a professor of medicine.
Right.
And he's truly bred. I mean, my maiden name will speak for you. I mean, you would understand what I'm saying. So essentially, that is one of the reasons why I ended up there. It was more to show that there's nothing wrong in that school. I think we could have ended up anywhere else, to be honest. So it was more to show that we would create something in Ogun State and we would ensure that our children attend and they would do well. And I dare say today that, with my current position, I've come across several alumni of Ogun State University, and they're doing so well. So I don't think so much, to answer your question, it's about the school. It's really about what you have inside of you and how you're able to express it. You understand? So the school helps. It's a platform, but it's a platform that would launch you into many things. So as long as you are able to internalize and learn, because it's all about competency, it's all about knowledge. Do you understand? And life itself, it's an experience and it's a journey. You have to learn, you have to unlearn, you have to relearn. So all that I took in OSU has been enormous in helping me in my career path. And
Amazing.
Never for once have I had that issue, walking into an office or having an interview and people asking me about, why did you go to this school and not that school? It's never happened.
I'm not surprised it hasn't happened, because you've touched on something really, really strong, which is it's about what you know and learn and how you express it.
Extremely
I think that is so key, how you express it, because you find a lot of knowledgeable people out there, but sometimes packaging and expression, how they're able to deliver kind of gets in their way, and sometimes not really about the school. You've been in AfricInvest Capital for about 9 years, and right now I know you even though you work from Nigeria, you oversee all the English-speaking West African countries. So I noticed in your profile that there's emphasis on Anglophone, and for me, I'm like, could she have been also Francophone if she understood French?
Perhaps.
And I know you speak little French. How important would you say understanding or knowing French is in your space, in the finance industry and rising in it?
In my company, I could speak to that. In my space, I think that PE has come to stay, and it cuts across. So Anglophone, Francophone. So my company, it's really French-based.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I mean, it originated from Tunis. I mean, over 25 years ago, Tunisia. I mean, 2 languages that speak Arabic and French. And then when we went to the rest of North Africa, but predominantly French-speaking.
So how do you cope with that strong French culture?
You want me to be honest with you? It's not a negative. Okay. It will be a plus because it's a seamless team that we run. So I receive emails in French, for example.
Wow. How do you translate? Good
question. So what did I do is the question. Okay. What did I have to do? I didn't think French was that critical, especially because my space is Anglophone. But if you want to broaden your skills, you just go for it. So, and I looked at my colleagues. They've done so well in being able to immerse themselves into speaking English. I thought that was nice. I mean, if they can be so courageous, they're French. I mean, my comfort zone or my default mode is English. I mean, I'll speak English, and you know that, you know. So, but if they could do that, I felt, look, why don't I try to, you know, and then what it does also is that it endears people to you. They think that you're also trying your best.
Learned.
So I had to learn, but don't ask me any French question on this show. Thoroughly banned. I think that the French language is an interesting language. Okay. It's different from English. Okay. This is not a language thing, but just to mention that I think when the English people colonized us, they colonized our tongues as well.
Oh, wow.
It's such a...
It's hard.
Yes. I've been learning French for, over 3 years. Oh, wow. So today, I speak French a little, but I read it well.
Congratulations.
Yes,
I'm proud of you.
I read French really well.
You started your career in consulting.
Yes, I did.
A Nigerian consulting firm at that. You know, not one of the foreign ones. And now you're at the peak of your career. So would you say there's someone out there, male or female, that wants to head an investment firm in the future? Is that the path you'd recommend that, you know, well, why did you get into consulting? Or are there alternative routes? Anyone? So
I would say that there is always that training at the backside of the desert. Consulting is fantastic. I think it gives you the broad skills that you require. I think for me, consulting, and it might predate back to when I did my course in computer science with accounting. I did computer science because I thought computer science should be an enabler. And then accounting would be the main focus. And then when I wanted to work, I thought, let me find somewhere where I can deploy both skills effectively, because I didn't want to relegate one for the other. Obviously, that's changed now in this age of fintech and digitalization. Yeah. But consulting was awesome. And that particular consulting firm, we can mention it, Phillips Consulting, it gave you room to grow, because we were doing things, and what it does also is that you were able to look beyond the normal paradigms and look into, you know, possible futures. And so to your point, it helped a lot. It helped a lot because my career path was, I aligned it, and I was doing things.
So this was always the plan?
Yes.
To head a firm?
To not just a firm, because what I do now essentially is, what I used to do in consulting, beyond doing all the strategies, systems, and process work, I ended up intermediating capital. We didn't have capital, but I was intermediating, meaning that I was the advisor. Yes, I would stand in between the providers of capital and the client. I didn't have capital, and what that did for me was to give me a good understanding of what the issues were. So when I was done with that, I wanted to go to the next end of the continuum. So for me, it was a natural transition to private equity, because then I could understand exactly what the SMEs and the companies were going through, and in deploying capital, I know what to look out for. So it has helped me. That's the answer.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Abiola. When we return, it will be game time, and it will be the private equity people against the food entrepreneurs. Let's see who's going to win. See you when I get back. Welcome, guys, and this is our game segment, and you know I'm excited already. I can't wait to know or see who's gonna win. Is it the entrepreneurs or the finance people? We'll wait and see. And of course, you know I'm wearing my Blisco. It's their super wax design, as you can see. I love the vibrant palette, and I love how, you know, there's just some color blocking thing going on, and the whole Hollandaise. Anything Hollandaise is my thing. I mean, you wash it, it stays the same. So I'm all for quality. So thank you, please, girl. Anyway, it's game time, guys. How do you feel, Biola? Are you pumped? Kachi, are you ready?
Ready.
You're ready?
Yeah.
What's been on your playlist recently? What has been on replay? What song have you been listening to lately, over and over again?
Oh, that's a difficult one. I've been listening to quite a number of songs.
Okay,
But I
name
think the
one.
one I like is, I don't know if you know this one, Nare Kele.
By who?
I think, good question.
But she loves Nare Ekele. Kachi, what has been on replay for you?
Different things. What's been on replay?
Name one.
I could say Whiskey.
Wizkid's, which one? What's that one now?
Fever.
Fever, yeah. We've all caught the stew fever. Yeah. Okay, so are you ready, guys?
Yes.
With your love songs? Ready? Biola, go.
I love you, you love me, we are
Kachi, give it to us.
I just want to love you right. Do you right?
Biola, give us. What's your song? Biola, you
I
can do this.
love to love
Oh,
you.
Jesus. Give us that, Kachi. Oh, no. Kachi, you can do this. Love, romance, family, love.
Yes.
Oh no, and our winner is Biola! Yay! And you get this lovely gift from Let's Go! Congratulations. Sorry, Kachi. Go through your song library all over again and learn the song.
I don't know what happened to Kachi to be honest. And I know you really want to have
Don't be proud. Just yet.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you guys for being on the show. We've learned so much from both of you, and I'm keep doing big things, keep changing the game in your spaces. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, remain the best in whatever space you find yourself. Thank you. See you next time.